Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today's video is going to be going over the drop list for week 5 of the Supreme Fall winter season. Now fortunately for me this week, or fortunately for possibly a couple of people or a lot of people, but in my view, a fortunate thing that has happened is that the Cat in the Hat hoodie that people were leaking was going to drop isn't dropping this week, which for me is a relief because I think it would be a standout sort of item and people would rush for it. I want it to be in like a week where it's more low-key and not like the highest of high items, so that I can just pick one up with ease. But anyway, let's get straight into this video, or get straight into this drop list. Okay, now one of the main things for this week is the fact that we can't actually see a couple of the tees. We do have sort of leaked sort of things of the tees, or we do have sort of mock-ups of the tees, but currently there aren't actually an abundance for the tees, so the like to dislike ratio on most of these things is quite low, to be honest, because we can't see what the tees look like. But anyway, they're later on in the drop list. Let's get into pretty much all of the items and run through them. So for the top item for this week, currently or so far, is going to be the Dragon Work jacket. Obviously with the Supreme teaser, this was the item that was teased. That's a bit better with like light on. But yeah, obviously this is the item that was teased, and it's not really like a normal sort of work jacket, because with the normal work jackets, the insides don't have like anything pretty much on the inside. However, this piece has a quilted lining on the inside, so I think that's pretty decent and will probably change people's view or opinion of it. Obviously it's going to come in two different colorways, being black and red, and the graphic is embroidered throughout the whole piece, like some of the other pieces that have released this season. This has complete embroidery, which is amazing, and a lot of detail to put into a piece. So next up is the Bone Varsity jacket. Obviously one of the pieces that when the lookbook actually dropped and I was going through it, it was a piece that I was like amazing, looking forward to sort of thing, because it's a varsity jacket, it looked pretty cool. And then obviously I saw the motion varsity jacket and I was just like, that's the piece I have to get. It's got over 3,000 likes at the moment, which is pretty decent, and people are liking it, but it also nearly has like nearly 2,000 dislikes. But that just happens with pieces. In all honesty, it is a nice piece. However, I do really like, out of all of the colorways, this navy blue and white, or this blue and white colorway. I don't know why, but it just stands out to me and looks really nice. The graphic on the back is printed, and as well as it being printed on the back, it's printed on the hand pockets. It looks like the logo on the chest is embroidered. However, I think they've put here that it's a 2-layer tackle twill logo. Moving on to the next item, which has one of the best like to dislike ratios, is the first and best tee, which is great that it's a tee, not a top, because with it being a tee, it will be a tee's price. So I believe it looks embroidered. It says Supreme. I can't read what's under it though, but I presume that it probably says first and best. If not, it says something else. But yeah, it's got the classic Supreme logo embroidered onto it, which is nice. Embroidered pieces are really nice, as I've said countless times before. Like, if you wash them, they're not going to fade. Like, maybe the color of the tee will fade the tiniest bit, but the embroidery will not fade like a print. That tee is available in 7 different colorways, including a purple or violet almost like colorway, which might do the best actually, to be honest, because it's one of those awkward colorways. Coming up next, we have the Supreme Lucetta magnetic bike lights. Now the thing about these is that they are miniature, and I mean miniature because they're magnetic lights that go onto your bike or can sit on your bike. They're sold as a set of 2, and there are 2 different colorways for them. However, their comparison for the sizing is a quarter. Like, next to the piece they've put the image of a quarter, so if that's how big they are, then that's going to be hilarious to see like what they will actually charge for this piece, because if it's the size that they're showing it to be, that isn't really the biggest thing in the world. And yeah, the sizing, I've just gone to Amazon to see if there's any sizing for just the company's like pieces, and this one says that it's 2.5 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. So yeah, it's not going to be big in any way, shape or form, but I'm guessing that's for the best, that they're not like the biggest lights that can be seen and taken, and that you can just sort of like hide them away. Now the hoodie that has replaced the Cat in the Hat hoodie is going to be this flowers hooded sweatshirt with an embroidered logo on the chest. Obviously, as I said, it's the flowers hoodie, and that's because it's literally got a vase or vase with some flowers coming out of it. Some of the individual petals have letters on them which spell out Supreme. I think it's a nice hoodie in all honesty, but it's probably going to receive a lot of dislikes just because of the fact that people are expecting and waiting for the Cat in the Hat hoodie or the Cat in the Hat hoodie piece, but this has replaced it instead. It's still a nice hoodie. I don't know what colourways would sell out in it, as again there are 7 colourways available, but we'll have to wait and see. To match the dragon work jacket, we've got the dragon work pant, again embroidered graphic throughout, and yeah, there's nothing else to really say about it. It's just, if you want the matching set, go ahead and get both. Okay, now we're starting to move into the area where the items have more dislikes than likes, and yeah, that's just how it goes from these pieces onwards. Then we move on to the tees that don't really have any pictures for them so far, or if they do, they're just leaked. So first we have the Jesus and Mary hooded sweatshirt, or Jesus and Mary hoodie. It's got all over it Jesus and Mary pieces of art. Currently has 300 more dislikes than likes. We then have a tartan long sleeve flannel shirt. Again, more dislikes than likes. I do like the red and black colorway to this, or with the yellow as well, but it's not really my sort of piece that I would be wearing. Following this, we have the rope stripe long sleeve top. Basically looks like it has a load of ropes going across it, you know, in stripes. That's the easiest way to say it. It's also got a classic Supreme logo. Yet again, more dislikes than likes. We then have the portrait hooded sweatshirt. It has a piece of artwork, or original artwork, by Taboo, which says Supreme on the back in this sort of graffiti-esque sort of style to it, but people aren't really liking it too much. Following that, we've got the Eternal Practice jersey, which has 600 or more dislikes than likes, and it just says Eternal going diagonally across it. It's probably going to be about £78 retail as well, or about £70 plus retail, so I can see why people aren't really liking it for something that's a bit basic. Next up, we have the Snap Button Pocket Camp Cap. It has obviously a pocket at the top of the camp cap with a button that you can like get to the pocket with. So the first of the unseen tees that we have is the Liquid Swords tee. I'm not going to act like I know about the Wu-Tang Clan or Gaza, or however you want to pronounce the name, like GZA, however you pronounce it. I'm not going to act like I know the ins and outs, or like I listen to them on like a daily basis or anything like that, because I don't. So yeah, I'm not going to act like I know everything about it and that I'm like a massive fan or anything. So if the tee doesn't really appeal to me when I see it, I just won't be going for it, and I'll leave it for people who are like actual fans of it. So the Liquid Swords tee, I can throw like an image up on screen of what that would look like, or what was seen in the video that Supreme put out, but that's as far as I can pretty much get, like showing you the sort of tee. Now these next ones are obviously mock-ups that I would have or show you. Following the Liquid Swords tee, we have, to match the hoodie, the Jesus and Mary sweatpant. Now I'm just going to list off like the tees and just put up pictures or images that people pretty much either made mock-ups of or have come as stickers. So we have the group tee, the payphone tee, the remember tee, the faces tee, the eternal tee, the system tee, and yeah, that's there. People said that we're meant to be getting 4 tees from the Gaza collab, and then 4 unseen tees as well. I believe one of those tees is going to be the first and best tee. Those are all of them, and those are the best like images that I can put up for them. Then we also have a Liquid Swords beanie. Like the tee, obviously. I can't give an obvious like opinion on these things until we see some proper pictures. But yeah, if I do have any other views of like the tees or anything, then I will put them in the comment section at some point in time. I do have to say though, the payphone tee probably won't be too appealing for me. Unless I actually like the tee, I probably won't be going for it. For last 4 items, we have a brushed pattern beanie, which doesn't look horrific, but it's not really the greatest beanie out there. I do like the grey colourway to it, but apart from that, it's not my sort of item. We then have the Pintuck zip-up shirt. Yeah, it's not nice at all, and it just looks like one of those pieces where there's not a ton of effort gone into it, and it's just like trying to get money out of it. Following this, to match the hoodie, we have the flowers 6 panel, and then we have the fitted rear patch camp cap with the, you know, logo on the back. So yeah, those are all of the items that are going to be dropping this week for week 5. Let me know down below what your thoughts or opinions of or are of the items. What will you be going for? What will you try and cop? What will you just try and pick up? What will you be avoiding, you know? Like, what will you be just steering clear of? Or will you just be going for, like, as many items as you possibly can? Anyway, that's going to finish this video. If you enjoyed, like, be much appreciated. You've had, like, my sort of views and opinions. And, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to be going for, to be honest. I might be going for the first and best tee, and then maybe one of the unseen sort of looking tees, but again, we'll just have to wait for it to properly drop, or wait for pictures for me then to see what I'll be going for. I do have to say though, I do like the tee that they were wearing, even though I'm not like into the sort of scene of the Wu-Tang Clan or anything like that. I do have to appreciate the tee because it does look nice. I do like the tee that I'll just go by. I can't pronounce the name properly, I don't think, so I'll just go by the Genius instead was wearing during the Supreme like teaser video. But yeah, that's going to finish this video for me. If you enjoyed, like, be much appreciated. If I mispronounced the name, tell me how to pronounce it down below. I really don't know, in all honesty. I really don't know how to properly pronounce it. So yeah, that's going to bring this video to an end. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace.